I've been wanting to do this YouTube stuff, man. I came back and I thought about some stuff, and I want to do some story times, bro. And I got this one story, bro. My homie Dan told me to do some stories, bro. My homie Dan, bro. He talk like English ain't his first language, but he don't know no other languages. You know, he talk like he talk like he talk like he almost got water sitting at the bottom of his mouth. That's my homie though. He told me he was like, you should do story times. But I got this one story. And I had this one story that I just remembered, bro, and it was crazy because I think the reason I just remembered it was because it was so traumatizing to me when it happened. It was, but it wasn't like as bad because I was just such a dramatic ass kid that anything will make me like traumatized and give me anxiety. So I'm thinking about now that I'm thinking about the story, it wasn't really that bad. So this was what happened, bro. Man, my mother had me and my brother had been living with my mother, and he had just like we had moved into a new house, a new apartment, and so he moved in with us too. A little bit later down, like maybe 2 months after we moved in, he moved in with us. And he was living with us and shit. He was living in the living room, and I guess he had did something. I can't really remember, bro. This shit foggy, bro. But I guess he had did something, right? And my mother, just took his EBT card and used it. Now, I don't know. I ain't never had no EBT card, but I don't know, like, if you, my nigga, how you feel about that? Like, ooh, my mama used an EBT card. I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm living with her, shit, I'm just going to be eating the food. So she had to use the EBT card and got some food, and made some food and got some food, you feel me? But she wasn't going balling out on his shit. She just used it and got some shit for us, you feel me, for us to eat. And, man, bro, I just remember the scene of the night. I'm upstairs playing the game. This is 8th grade, so this is real virgins that I'm necessarily wasn't a virgin, but I was such a virgin that I was just not kicking it, and, like, not doing it, nothing. And I just remember being upstairs, and then like when some shit used to happen, I like kind of train myself to try to ignore it as best as I can and make it just. I used to make it seem like I want to just make it like see if it could just go away for a little bit. Like if they was just yelling a little bit and then it's just done. But that's not this family, folks. This family will never just yell and it's over. It's so. Man, my mama, I think she must have been cussing this nigga out or whatever. I hope I'm not telling this story wrong. I'm gonna have my brother tell me this story, and I'll run this bitch back. But I do remember this. I do remember my brother coming in, right? Right? I remember this fucking idiot. I remember my brother coming in, right? I think he was pissed that she used his EBT card. So that's why I think that's why they was arguing in the first place. And I guess he was mad. But I'm like, why you mad? You gonna be living here. You ain't got no reason to be angry. She cooked the food, you gotta eat it too. But this nigga, right? He like, you use my EBT card, you use my, I'm gonna get the food. So this nigga started taking, this nigga took, bro, my mama made some lasagna. This nigga trying to take the whole tray of lasagna, bro. He was just gonna take the tray of lasagna and leave. It was like, but it was like my mom used to make a lot of food for like leftovers. This nigga took almost over a half a tray of lasagna, like 67% lasagna tray. Like he was gonna take the whole thing and just go. I'm like, what the? And I'm like, well, who was you riding with? That was just like, nigga, you. This nigga had the lasagna, bro. He tried to take the lasagna, but him and my mom was tussling. She knocked the lasagna out of his hand. Lasagna all over the floor. It's lasagna everywhere. So 67% of lasagna gone, bro. No more lasagna. Can't nobody have no lasagna because they was battling for lasagna. And so I'm distraught. I'm hurt. Like, y'all, look, the lasagna. And this nigga leaves, right? He leaves. My mama locked, but I guess she told him that he can't come back. You know, my mama calling like, motherfucker, bitch, nigga, don't you ever. Like, my mama. But she called, I think she must have called my brother, told him he done. Don't come back here. So this nigga, right? And my mama must have been cooking at the time he was doing all this. So she had some boiling hot water. And this my brother, right? Hey, like, my brother, like, I think he, like, no, it's crazy now, but now that I think of it, the nigga, I remember this nigga, like, the door was locked, and we had one of them old school, like, you remember, like, the open it halfway, and it was, like, just a nigga asked to come through, and you kind of talk to a nigga through the chain and shit. It was like a little chain. Like, we had one of them. We had the little, and then you open the bitch. And so, you like a little chain and zipper. So, he I'm gonna put that on there, and then put the lock. Man, this nigga burst, like, so he, I don't know, he had did it one time. I'm like, this mother, you, and she going off. This nigga, I think he did it once, and then that second one, because that first one was good. It broke the door in, and he put his foot right in the center. You can't even really put your foot in the center of a door because it's a rectangle, folks. You feel me? So he put his foot in the center of that bitch, and it's like a steel door, so it's not no wooden door. His foot not finna go through that bitch. So he gotta fall through it. Man, this nigga burst through the door. Like, it didn't fall like down, but the hinges just knocked it open. Right? Oh my fucking God. And then the hinges knocked it open. I can't believe that this happened in my life. The hinges knocked the door open, swung the door open. This nigga burst through the door, right? Like, just angry. Like, he got evil intent and shit. And my mama and out of nowhere, she got this pot of boiling water. And it's like a weapon. Like, she pulled it out of her pocket, bro. And she holding it like this. Imagine holding a pot of boiling water like this. She got it in her hand. I can't believe, but she got it in her hand like this. Like, mother, you bet not. And so, oh my God, this nigga so stupid. So my brother, right, in his attempt to defend himself from the water, this nigga dives towards her hand that has the water in it. I'm gonna run that back one more time, just in case you didn't hear it. In attempt to defend himself from the hot boiling water, my brother dives in to the hand she has the water in. And okay, so now what happens when you do that is you attack the hand that's got the hot boiling water, the water's gonna splash everywhere. That's not the hand that you go for. You kick her in the knee, trip her. You stay away from the hand. You stay away from the water because it's coming towards you. All right? Now, I think my mama wasn't trying to, like, if she was really wanting to do it, she'd have just did it, you know, just to at sudden birth. But I think she was just trying to haul him off, just to get him out of there, because the nigga was crazy, man. She had, man, nigga, you gonna get arrested. This nigga had the boiling hot water. My mama, I'm sorry. Mama had the boiling hot water. This nigga dives for the water. The water splashed all over this nigga. I think he, it's not funny, but bro, he like, this nigga running all through the house. It was like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? And it was just like, man. And you go to sleep You gotta go to school, bro. You have to go to school with a book bag. You gotta, first of all, you gotta walk to school. You gotta worry about, you gotta get up in the morning on your own, and you gotta make sure that you are at school every day. Like every day, bro. Every day. You were 14 years old. You got it. But school right there, so you ain't got to really worry about it. But you got to walk to school. You have to get up, get yourself up, get your ass to school. Just in that way, and that's the exact way that you're supposed to do it. Get your ass to school. And you gotta like have a regular mind. You gotta be a regular kid. You gotta really pay attention to what this bitch is saying. And it's like, it's 4 or 5, it's 8th grade. So it's like 4 or 5 of them. I had different teachers. I had like 4 or 5 different teachers. I had to pay attention to every single one of them and keep good grades. And my brother just had boiling water splashed on him. This was traumatizing to me. I was traumatized. I didn't even... And the thing was, what calmed me down was like, when mama splashed the water on her, she was like, I didn't try to do it. And then it was like, well, okay, he gonna be all right. He outside and shit. He come back in, he like still steaming. But he done calmed down. I think he lucky it was cold. It probably felt good. It was cold that time. And you know, Chicago, it's cold in that time, so it get cold, so it was probably felt good for a little bit. Like if you get some hot boiling water, especially when you go outside and cold, that's probably feel good, bro. For that 5 seconds, that shit's gonna feel good, bro. Like, whew. Like that shit go. Hey, no. Hey, chill out, my nigga. I'm just saying, bro. If you ever like cool, like when you hot and you cool down, like, whew, shit, whew, goddamn, like that's how I feel. But yeah, man, that's an inch. That's an inch. My family, man, why the fuck did I? And I'm thinking that, oh, I ain't got no story time. Like, nigga. That's what it is with being a real nigga. You just go through so much shit, you don't even realize there's some real shit. And now I gotta end it right there because I don't want to give away too much, bro. That right there. That's too much. That shit's just, that was ahead of everybody.